doing my regular Resident Evil stream tonight for two reasons. Reason one, because let me just, that's a lot better for me, but I need to adjust that because there we go. Reason one, because I want to keep my Resident Evil streams as divisible by 3. So if I do that, then because I streamed or I recorded once to have a filler for while I was gone. Yesterday made 12, so that was divisible by 3. So I don't want to stream tonight and have it be uneven. It's just easier for me that way. And reason 2 is because I went out tonight and well, I got a little bit turned. You know. So it's just better to play something less serious. Spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid, sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. I'm gonna leave a message to one of my friends who enjoys Monster Prom. See if they will record it. Alright. Now I don't have my phone. I left a message. It says I'm playing Monster Prom on the stream if anyone wants to join. Sometimes brilliant, sometimes reckless, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. I will play as Ryan. But I always like to switch characters because I like all the designs and I like seeing the art. Nothing to do with gender. We had the ultimate challenge, Monster Prom. I remember it clearly, 6 weeks left. And as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howell, 21. A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Miranda Vanderbilt, a mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Okay, Eridan. Pollygeist, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien Levere, fearless demon with a taste for destruction and love of fire. Liam the Lioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dwarf. Joey Forever, an eldritch creature cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. And Calculaster Hewlett Packard version 2.0. I'm cosplaying this guy pretty soon. I got the TV head ready. I'm gonna do the prom outfit, so all I need is for the gloves to come in. A library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vera Oberlin, a mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid. We were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, trademark, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. Now, I don't know, I usually, because I've played this a few times and I know how it works, pick what's good for the character's ending I want to get. But I want to play something random this time. So, let's see, if you had to have sex with an animal, which animal would it be? A, no one can make me fuck an animal. If I fucked an animal, it'd be of my own free will. As a matter of fact, I've already fucked an animal, so the joke's on you, pal. B, observed by force. At least I can keep his semen and sell it. It's worth a lot. Who said there was no silver lining to bestiality? A dolphin. They're the only other animal that fucks just for pleasure. So at least we can both do our best to have a good time, right? So that's like King of the Hill. Let's see. I'll just be stubborn. Bold, I'm bold. You build a 100-foot statue commemorating an event so that in 1,000 years archaeologists can learn something about the people of our time. What does the statue represent? That mind-blowing twist in your favorite TV show that clearly changed the life of everyone forever. Unlike all that boring stuff they show on the news. Your least favorite political figure being devoured by a rabid rhinoceros, which are also covered in badass tattoos. Tentacles? Anyway, that glorious instant when your friend stopped you from texting embarrassing stuff to your own small telegram. I'm gonna go with double bold. If you were a product, what would be your slogan? You won't understand me, and that's how you know I'm cool. So this is Vera, this is Zoe, this is Liam, this is Calculester, this is Scott, and this is Miranda. Oh, Liam. He seems fun. What would be a killer accessory? A necklace with your own name in case you forget. Scott, sunglasses at night. Shiny armor, fancy brass knuckles, Logitech G560, the best RGB gaming speakers, or a fabulous purse made from the skin of your worst enemy. Who is sunglasses at night? Oh. Polly's fun. I like her. I'm gonna go for the item shop girl, though I think.
Sure.
Let's try Creep. That ended up being a bad step. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves, have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. Later that night, you're out bar hopping with the two hippest monsters you know, Liam and Polly. The evening comes to a grinding halt when you're denied admission to the club, thus named for the giant club carried by the bouncer, who is currently denying you admission. Satisfactory. Modus operandi is to be the instigator of outsourcing competition. Don't worry, I'll got this. Hey there, handsome. Interested in some hard cool-on-cool action? The bouncer shouts. I can see you, Casperina. Move along. Who does that douchebag think he is, keeping us out of the club like it's his job or something? Both Polly and Liam team expected. Now's your chance to save the night. They all know the player character is a simp, and that's why naked party right here. A naked party. I want to be naked. What do we do these? You turn a nearby trash can upside down and use it as a party. You talk of justice. You talk of revolution. You talk of affordable bottle service. Tears fill everyone's eyes, especially Liam's. On your signal, the waiting crowd rushes club. The Bouncers Club is no match for the little people. Nice going! BRB, gotta steal all the nice vodka while the bartender's still on fire. Was that Sergei Tostovsky's rallying speech from Academia? Oh wow, I cannot pronounce what the hell that is. Was. Who knew that 17th century Russian double literature would give you street cred? Looks like you're storming your way into Liam's heart. You gain +2 smarts and +1 charm.
Sure.
I like to play it by ear when I play this game, so let's go with it. As you approach your chosen table, you see Liam carefully planning his artfully arranged jelly dessert for a transcendent food FODPIC, ride those pigs to victory. What does that even mean? When I say food, you say pick. Food. No. Food.
Enough.
2, 4, picks, 8. Food do we appreciate? Food picks, go. Cease this incessant chanting this instant.
No.
I'm trying to help you take the best food pick. You've been trying to take this food pick for like 20 minutes now. You gotta snap a pick so you can eat your tasty food. I don't eat scotch. I only order this food so I can take pictures of it. You're not helping.
Oh, bro.
Cheerleading just isn't good. What I need is a cheer partner to take me to the next level. What you need is a swift kick in the... It's too late. Scott's already chosen you as his cheer partner. Now it's up to you what the two of you do. We've got to pick Liam up and toss him in the air. It's the only way to really amp him up. Liam's food picks are art, so we've got to use art to cheer him on. The quiet art, mine. That's what Liam wants to do. He leads Scott into a totally artistic, totally silent mind cheer that involves an invisible rope, an invisible dog sled, and an invisible hot dog bun. You eventually lead Scott trapped inside a tiny box. And move to Liam with another to a new game. Thanks for saving me from that true food photography, as I call it. Photography of this evidence cannot be rushed. You're pretty sure he's fine. You let him out at the end of lunch, and he licks your face. But most importantly, Liam tags you in his triumphant food.
Sure.
What do we need to impress Liam? I feel like creativity is really important if we don't have it. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you do a terrific job at acting. You act so hard that some of your classmates in the audience throw roses at you. 7 roses to be exact. Damn. Roses aren't a valid currency or status. Anyway, you check your converter out to see if this can translate into something useful. Seems like 7 roses equals 2 creativity points. Sweet! You gain 2 plus creativity. Plus 2. You're bored and doodling in your notebook when suddenly Damien appears. What the fuck is this doing? Is that me? Am I cuddling shirtless with Liam?
Loser!
Dude, if you were looking for a shortcut to the blue line, this is your lucky day. Give me one good reason not to cuddle your face with my fists. Oh no, I discovered your erotic fan art film. You can't think of any way to calm down the both of them. But maybe the right answer can calm down one of them. What is this? This fucker here, Damien, is art. I present be silly. You don't want to fight me. You're clearly fighting against your urge for cuddling. I know Liam's a gal. Calm down, baby. You're such a bigot. I have heard about this gal. It is a millenary art from the East, a delightful celebration of modern design. What?
So authentic.
Must admit, this piece is full of raw talent. Look at the strokes, the expressions, the suggestive placement of the hands. Dude, are you high? Look at this other one. You're fucking pregnant. This is insanity. It's not insanity, but neither is this one exactly yaoi. It's emperor. Behold, what a way of standing up against gender status quo. They're changing the world one pregnant doodle at a time.
I'm out.
There is no way you can convince me this shit isn't weird, or wrong, or problematic. I'm out of this plot line. Ignore him, Brian. I have been searching for the pinnacle of art for generations. Little did I know it was here all along, in the ancient form of yaoi. Will you accept me as your student? May I call you Sensei? Okay, weak. This is it. You gain +2 creativity, +1 skills. I hope this isn't getting boring, but grinding in on one stat is really the best strategy.
Sure.
I think. I was struck by the lightning of inspiration. You come up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you by it. Also known as one of the 7 most douchebaggiest moves in the world. The nickname is so awesome, inventive, and appropriate that people decide to go with it. Like the speech, you gain +2 creativity. We, the devs, dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask the other players to call you by their name until the end of this run. I don't have any co-players, so I guess. The artists are finally leaving after the encore, and you're exiting the auditorium. Everyone else. On your way out, you notice Leo in the last row, scribbling viciously at his notebook. This is so extreme, so condescending. The actors were played by actors. There was no meta. Where is the angst of social media? Have you seen how that pale excuse for a thespian attempted to interact with the viewers? And the language, excuse me, but thou and thee are officially over once I turn in my notes. Obviously, you didn't enjoy this murder of theater itself. How would you fix this crime against art? The audience is the villain, Damien. Destroy them from stage, hack their social media, import the fires of hell. As they choke on brimstone and spam, they'll realize that they are the monster all along. People like shit. Real costumes, cardboard boxes, professional actors, giggling cheerleaders. Give Scott the leading role. Substitute the orchestra with dubstep and make it music. Now this is where you gotta decide what option corresponds to what stat. And which will therefore perform better. I'm just gonna guess. So creative. Realism. This might just work. We'll make it an apron stage to make sure that the weight of hubris falls hard on the audience when they... What? What? Agneurosis hits them. It'll be a cathartic realization of their... You don't know what I look like? But I'm doing the face that Walter White makes in that one GIF where he thinks he's gonna die. Like, oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? And March, I don't know what that is. You understood literally none of those words, but Liam got to your heart. You get +1 creativity, +1 smarts, and +1 charm. I said I was gonna do the shop lady, but no.
Sure.
Time to... I really want to get that yaoi. You noticed Liam looking disgruntled, which is his default, so whatever. But it seems like Miranda is pretty upset too. Better check it out. Liam, why are you typing on your phone so angrily? Did your phone offend you in some way? Why are you mad at it? You seem to be at 8.5 on the frowny Liam scale. What? The frowny Liam scale. Normally I can tell how people are feeling from their faces, but you seem to be frowning most of the time, so I created a chart to measure your frowniness. Miranda pulls out a notebook and displays a series of doodles of Liam's frowniness. They're not super accurate, but they are super adorable. I'm not angry at my phone. My so-called frowniness is caused by a heinous error. I specifically asked that my creature creme brulee be extra crispy, so it truly popped with my hashtag masquerade momentagram filter. Mascara? Masquerade? Mascara. I don't do makeup. I don't know. Instead, they burnt it to a crisp, rendering it unphotographable. Monsters deserve to know what they're getting into if they choose to eat at this cafeteria, so they can choose to take their business to a different establishment. So I'm writing this scathing Whelp review. Liam, you cannot do that. If they shut the cafeteria down, the school kitchen staff will lose their jobs. Did you know that peasants have to do labor to make living wages? They don't simply have an unlimited store of gold. I was so shocked when I first found out. Of course you were. If the kitchen staff wanted to earn their wages, they should have been better at their jobs. And simply the merchant of truth. No, you're the merchant of poop. Your royal sophistication shines through. Look, ask Brian. His taste may tend toward the mainstream, but surely he can see the subpar cafeteria must be exposed. Don't be ridiculous. Brian is surely more compassionate than that and would gladly help me save the cafeteria again. Again? Gosh, it's hard to keep track of your misadventures at this shit show of a school. Still, you'll help if you can. Miranda can't undermine Liam's admittedly talented criticism alone. This will take an army of homeless people paid to write positive Whelp reviews of the cafeteria until we eclipse Liam's. Liam, one lone voice cannot shut down this cafeteria. At least not the voice of a high schooler. Let's get a renowned food critic to write a Pulitzer-worthy expose to be published in the most widely read periodicals. I don't have the wealth to pull this off, and also I'm doing the Liam run, so. Excellent idea. I am an incredible, intelligent, compassionate person with tons of humility. More than enough to admit when a professional's help would be of use to me. You think you have the most humility? You shall never be as humble as I am. Every day my servants tell me I am the humblest person to ever live. Miranda storms off in a huff, leaving you and Liam to proceed with your amazing, incredible genius plan. You're super humble too. You use your magnificent calligraphy skills you picked up in your elective class, calligraphy and murder, to write 5 letters chock full of hashtag aesthetic. Liam produces a delicate white dove from his backpack. How is it breathing in there? And gives it to a newly addressed... gives it the newly addressed letters. You're not sure what's more intriguing, the fact that Liam trusts that the dove will be able to read the addresses to deliver the letters, or the fact that the addresses he wrote down were just emails. Regardless, it seems to have worked, because within a minute of the dove's release, you receive your first reply on phone. I knew the exquisite Jackson and Zabor would have enthusiasm for our plight. Thus his immediate response. Dear Liam, I received your message. Though the calligraphy is quite impressive, I'm afraid I must give you the same answer I gave you when you asked me to write a review on the cuisine you cooked by your friend's grandmother last Thanksgiving. I don't know where you got a dub that can find out where I live based on my email address. But stop contacting me. Most lovingly yours, great and humblest food critic, Jax, whatever. As before. Oh, Brian, nobody understands the severity of the creme brulee transgression. Thank goodness we have each other. Heck yeah, you have each other for prom. Hopefully, at the very least, maybe he'll let you borrow that dove sometime to send to anthrax to your enemies. I don't know if anthrax can infect doves, but I feel like that's not a good idea.
Sure.
Let's get some extra boldness, just to get a different picture. That day, you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you get +0 shits, but you get +2 boldness. Someone taps you on the shoulder hesitantly. You turn around to see Liam. He's carrying a brand new notebook and a very Japanese pencil case. Okay. Oh shit, that's right. You promised to teach me the secrets of yaoi. He bows to you. Ohio gozaimasu, sensei. I'm learning Japanese so as to make this more authentic. I'm ready for my first lesson. You know nothing about teaching yaoi. You kind of just draw naked dudes snuggling and hope it turns people on. But Liam won't buy that. He thinks you're a yaoi master. You've got to teach him something. He's right here, waiting. Okay, think. What's the first one? Tenderness. For our first lesson, we will practice advanced cuddling. Draw me like one of your French girls. Okay, so this is probably the charm answer, and this is probably the boldness answer, so I'll go with that. Yes, I have a higher boldness score than charm, so that's the way to go. You strip naked and strike a seductive pose, not caring who sees. Liam definitely sees, and judging by the blood pouring from his nose, he likes it. He spends 10 minutes frantically scribbling in his notebook and hands it to you. Have done as you asked, Sensei. What do you think? It's a stick figure with your hair and an arrow pointing to it that says hot. Thanks, Liam. I love it. He's got a lot to learn, but that just means you'll get to spend more time teaching him. Looks like this won't be your last lesson. You gain +1 boldness, +1 charm, and +1 creativity.
Sure.
Let's gain more boldness. But you don't stop there. You want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity. So you do some graffiti on the wall. No way. The graffiti says I'm bold as fuck. And you know what? It turns out the wall is a magical wall that grants wishes. Wishes. What a wall. A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold, and then you gain +2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you. Later, you see Liam rolling his eyes at his phone. You ask him what's up before he can roll them right out of his head. I'm having some trouble with my status on social network treatment. I expressed a positive opinion about bug mitigators, which I obviously meant ironically. And now my so-called friends are responding with blatantly unironic pictures of themselves with centrifuges glued to their nails. I know being a leafy misunderstood is my brand, but I want to be misunderstood on my terms, not theirs. What kind of status could I post that would be idiot-proof? Flat out post that everyone currently rating this status as an idiot. Vague blog. Vague blog for your life. Man, I don't know what to hit. That's definitely not creative. It's not charming. And it's not fun. Let's go with it. So bold. Now there's an idea. Being straightforward is so obvious that it's obscure. When's the last time anyone actually said what they were thinking to a fellow being? It's revolutionary. My God, sincerity is such a rare commodity. Perhaps they'll even assume I'm being ironic. I can say anything. I like bubblegum country. I wish I could get away with wearing pink jeggings. I think conventionally attractive people are hot. There are things I would say sincerely, if they were true, which I mean, whatever. Well, you know what you're getting Liam for his birthday? And something smarts. I kind of missed
sure.
the chance to read that one. You reach Liam and Damien's table and you find it absent of food, but covered in paperwork. Do we really need all these special forms? Can't we just write death threats on regular paper? Last time, Damien, substantive change within an administrated system requires mastery of the mechanisms of bureaucracy. What if we wrote death threats on really fancy paper? Liam turns to address you. As you can see, my mastery of realpolitik has caused me to embrace an unlikely ally in my quest for reform. I have no idea what he's saying. I just want the cafeteria food to stop being so fucking boring. You see, our interests are aligned. I too desire a menu less pedestrian. Sure. Either way, we're stuck on the last one. We know we want the menu to change, but we don't know what to change it to. Yes, we've indeed encountered a culinary block. Perhaps you can suggest something appropriately artistic. A white plate with a single strip of parsley in the center. The essence of minimalism. Bowl of knives. The essence of knives. That's it. That's it.
So authentic.
Don't you see, Damien? It's a bold commentary on the emptiness of conception. Really? Sounds like a plate with a leaf on it. Oh, you'll never understand. But why even have a leaf on the plate if you're trying to be so minimalist? My God, you're right. Why even have a plate? Why have anything at all? That's it. Our new menu item. Nothing. The school receives Liam's petition. From now on, the lunch line will include one empty tray. A great victory for artistic expression.
Sure.
Afterwards, while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your point in a discussion, so you decide to convey it through music. You start singing, and suddenly everyone else joins you in a kick-ass musical number. It's so amazing that the people with whom you were arguing totally get your point and change their minds once the song's over. You gain +2 creativity. When you finally catch a moment alone, Liam approaches you in a shyly authentic Japanese authentic Japanese. I cannot say a single damned word. Liam approaches you shyly, authentic Japanese pencil case in hand. Onegaishimasu, sensei. I once again require instruction in the noble art of yaoi. Oh man, I totally forgot that you were pretending to teach Liam yaoi. Time to continue the charade. I have followed your instructions faithfully, but I am now struggling with the bane of yaoiness everywhere. Writer's block. My drawings are fine, but my plot lines all follow the same arc. 2 cute boys cuddling, and then what? I'm stuck. Please, Sensei, I am on my knees begging at the root of the tree of knowledge. Please fill me with your seed. You're not sure not important right now. What should his next Yowie be about? A cute young boy falls desperately in love with his handsome young Yowie instructor. Kill your darlings. Literally. It worked for the sport of seas. Okay, this has got to be charm-based, which I don't have the strength to pull off. And kill your darling goes to be bold. So bold. But if my Yowie boys are dead, how can they kill them? Of course. Through a series of artistic flashbacks. How could I be so blind? And then, returning to the present, we see one cute boy mourning at the other's funeral. Will he be alone forever? No, for the priest at the funeral is also a cute boy. They cuddle on the casket. I'm brimming with creative energy. And the cat. Where the hell did the cat come from? Who knew murder would be the key? Maybe this is why Damien is so creative. You wouldn't say Damien is creative so much as sadistic, but such fine distinctions are lost on Liam. He runs off to draw and you gain +2 creativity and +1 bonus. I'm gonna pick that cat.
Sure.
Cuddle the cat. Let's pick up some trouble. Epic dodge the match, of course. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural point leader. You gain +2 charm. Later, you see Liam beaming to himself. Liam? Beaming? It appears my application to write for Virtue magazine was received and accepted.
So
I knew my pitch would help them. Imagine the edgiest, most irreverent article subject you can think of. Now double it. That's my article subject. You see, I use a writing technique on them called lying. It's very effective. Up until they call your bluff. Now I've actually got to write an article and I have no idea what to write. You, save me from the consequences of my actions. Suggest an idea that lives up to my own hype. Passionate argument for the legalization of recreational temeritoxins. That's fun-based, so I can't pull it off. A chilling expose of the pasta industry's Griffin. That's probably smarts-based, and I think I have the strength to pull it off. Oh, it's gold. Ah, yes. Mad guy zoological warfare. Welfare is a very hot topic right now. I just had Griffin pasta the other day, and it was delicious. If the suffering of the griffins is greater than the deliciousness of their taste, then this is something the public must know about, specifically the griffins. Soon thereafter, you'll see a piece in Virtue by new correspondent Liam Goliath. Griffin pasta, delicious but deadly, for the griffin. Wait, does this mean you have to stop eating griffin pasta? Whatever, you gain +2 smarts and +1 bonus.
Sure.
Take your seat between the strongest and smartest men you know. Liam appears to be taking a very intense picture of Scott is looking about as confused as you are currently. Okay, I actually missed what they said there. I made it up. I assumed it was food. But Liam, food is delicious. It's for eating. That's why they call it lunchtime. Neither of those statements is wrong, but they also aren't quite connected. Scott, if I had the capacity to eat, I assure you, I would still ignore the actual content of the food in favor of finding the perfect combination for a flawless momentum or taste. Oh, I see. You're going to place a picture to advertise the food to people who can actually eat it. You're so smart. I'll be happy to eat your food for you. I'm afraid your palate is way too unsophisticated to appreciate these rare Japanese delicacies. Oh, they're Japanese? Do you have any Scott snacks? Scott snacks. You know what? Fine. I've taken all the pictures I need. Eat whatever you want. Thanks, Liam. Oh, they all look so yummy. I don't know where to start. Ryan, any ideas? Maybe your choice of a snack. And give one of these boys a reason to snack. An innuendo, we don't live with you. Obviously, the custard with a side of tofu and a drizzle of raspberry ice wrap. It's the most superior food on the plate. That's obviously the Liam answer. Oh, Brian. I always knew your mom's got impeccable taste. Actually, that isn't true. I assume everyone who's horrible tasting, but useless has said. But in this case, it's pretty clear that the exception does not apply to your beautiful self. You think I'm beautiful? Did I say beautiful? I meant your aesthetic is beautiful. Because we have the same aesthetic. The lychee custard picture has already gotten more likes than any other food on this table. And it's absolutely delicious. How could the way it tastes possibly have any relevance to a conversation about food? Liam, you're so smart that I don't even understand how that makes any kind of sense. For being someone with whom I can actually discuss the important nuance of Japanese food pictures. It appears to be you and me against a very ignorant world. Yeah, stupid everyone else for actually eating their food and not taking pictures. Thank goodness you and Liam have each other, XOXO.
Sure.
Let's do fun. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Somehow, someone summons a demon from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality, and well, who cares? It's a rad party. You get +2 fun. Later, you see Liam scrolling through his phone, looking like the embodiment of ennui. Hey Brian, what are you doing? Stalking classmates for romantic purposes and offering rather absurd advice? Magnificent! I could use some rather absurd advice. I was exchanging messages with a were-koala on this dating site. And all was going well for a time. You're cheating on me? Wait, you're cheating on me? Man, I can't believe that. Smiley face for that. You're cheating on me?
Lame.
I've grown tired of our exchanges. It's a bit clingy. And being clingy is my 7th biggest turn-off. Right between sarcasm and literacy and actually being a typical non-person. Postmodern protocol dictates for me to just ghost him and never talk to him again, but that's horrible and I would never do that to someone. You see, I'm Liam, handsomely mysterious, yet a true gentleman. Neither do I want the emotional turmoil of telling him how I really feel and having an actual conversation about it. What an idea. So I've settled on just sending him a bunch of emojis and never texting him again. That should do it, right? The thing is, how can I convey this complex array of sentiments through the friendly language of emojis? This is your time to shine. Show Liam you excel at complex sentiments, so he might one day feel like sharing them with you. Croissant, school bus, shooting star, trumpet, koala. Little vampire growing disinterested and overly attached to where koala. Damn. I don't know what to pick.
So
So smart. Oh, that one is clearly the best option. How did I think of it? Which version should I choose? Little vampire growing disinterested and overly attached were koala? Or little vampire with a silly hat growing disinterested and overly attached were koala? Maybe the silly hat is not suited for this situation. Let's go with the classic. Okay, just sent it. He texted me back. Let's see. Oh, the were koala being understanding of the little vampire's feelings and respecting them even if it's hurt a bit. Emoji. I'm replying back with a formally grateful and ready to move on poop emoji. Look at this. He just texted me the emoji that's waving a hand saying bye with an expression that says he's going to break all bonds, but without being resentful about it. Perfect. We solved this as a team. Cheers to us. Cheers to the creative people that turn every complex feeling and scenario into a friendly and colorful emoji. You gain +2 charm and +1 creativity.
Sure.
Semi-creative side is doing well. Let's do last.
What's up?
Shit, I didn't mean to pick you. Fine, let's do
See you later.
maybe +5 creativity. That's pretty good.
Sure.
The people you chose is one drop sits across from Miranda, who is flanked by 2 well-dressed servants. One of the servants cuts a slice of Salisbury steak and feeds it to the other. Seriously, Miranda, you have servants to chew your food for?
Disgusting!
Or snuff out people bigger. The servant happily swallows the Salisbury steak. I have servants to eat for me. They're called eating serfs. Don't you have any? Second of all, that totally defeats the purpose of eating. Don't you know that's starving? My serfs get all the calories I need to stay fit and healthy. I have no objective reason to care about this. But suddenly it's all I care about. Someone convince Miranda to stop this madness. Maybe you should stop this madness, Liam. Imagine all the food pictures you could take without having to eat it. Like Miranda, look at the contented look at the contented smile on that servant's face. He thinks he's been eating for you, but secretly he's eating for himself. Man, I don't know what to do. No, it can't be. Gordo, say it isn't true. Gordo can't say anything because his mouth is full of delicious Salisbury steak, which he is obviously eating entirely for himself. Traitorous dog! Do you want me to starve to death? Is that your plan? I was just taking advantage of the fact that you don't understand how food works. Taking advantage of me? Scoundrel! Bertie! Eat Gordo from me at once. 2 serfs look at each other and stuff as much food as they can into their mouths before fleeing the cafeteria. Alas, how will I ever get my recommended daily allowance of nutrients? You can try eating myself, but no! You and Liam have a ton of fun laughing at Miranda as she learns how to eat food for apparently the first time in her life. Sounds like a mission. My business.
Sure.
Let's get that. Oh my goodness, man, it seems long. Many people fall during the battle and you can't take it anymore, so you valiantly go straight toward the other chain's leader and start negotiations for a truce. After hours of intense diplomacy, you commit to an agreement. What an unexpected twist. The game uses that's embarrassing. Wonder how long ago that was. Well, thank you for saying that, Jay Sins. I'm sorry that it was loud. After hours of intense diplomacy, you commit to an agreement. What an unexpected twist. You gain +10 righteousness, but this game is so wrong in so many ways that you would be lucky if you could do anything with that, and +2 charm. You see Liam staring at his cell phone, sighing deeply. Maybe one of his favorite bands signed to a mainstream record label, or the exact shirt he's wearing is featured on a magazine cover. You decide to check in with him. You know StartKicker, that vile website where people crowdfund projects not good enough to get real investors? Wow, thanks, Liam. Do you not know why you exist? Well, today I found something of interest. A time machine. I mean, it's clearly another terrible overpromise that will be released at least a decade after the due date. And in the end, it will be way shittier than promised, like a toaster attached to a clock. Toaster attached to a clock. Genius! You discreetly write down the idea in your $1 million notebook. Let's see if you can beat those guys to the market. But I was sighing deeply because I couldn't help but think, Supposing I were to acquire such a machine, I wonder, where in time would I go? So you can be into existing before it was cool, or everyone knows the dopest time in monster history was 1925, specifically July 26, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Let's go with this one. So creative, yes of course. The ultimate in coolness. I would be ahead of the curve, because there would be no curve yet. Wearing suspenders and a bow tie? No one's done that yet, because no one else exists. Breathing here? So cliche. Breathing in 3.85 billion BC? Revolutionary. Never done before. Best of all, no one will criticize my vintage eyeglass collection because there won't be anyone. Liam immediately funnels his money into the time machine project. For the sake of your budding romance, you hope the creators never ship. In the meantime, you gain +2 smarts and +1 creativity.
Sure.
Let's get that fun score boosted a bit. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. At one point, Juan, the small, magical Latino cat, slips on a banana peel. You start to laugh at him. He asks you to stop, but you don't. You laugh so hard that you somehow steal +2 fun from him. Hooray! Lately, you've been being cute with Liam, but in an ironic sense. And he seems to tolerate you, which is like third base for Liam. So tonight you're having a picnic at the graveyard. It's like a date, except it totally isn't a date, because dates are super cliche, but it's totally a date. It's time. You're gonna kiss him. You've practiced a lot with your pillow, which might or might not be a body pillow customized with a real size, full body picture of Liam. Maybe. Here you go. You know what, Brian? I've been thinking about the concept of kissing. And not because being with you makes me think about kissing. But don't you think kissing is such an outdated and vulgar concept? Your best way of showing your feelings is by putting your mouth over another person's mouth. But you wanted to put your mouth over his mouth, goddammit! Come on, Brian. Prom is just around the corner. Quickly, think of a never-before-seen way of showing your feelings to Liam. Don't show your feelings, sing your feelings. I've got the creativity to pull that off. Being figurative is for cowards. Real winners are always literal. Show Liam your feelings. Oh, I know I've got the creativity. You burst into a very charming song. It's so charming that the people surrounding you all join in. And they all appear to be professional singers. From the ravens in the dead trees to the people visiting the graves of their loved ones. Just wow. I thought showing your feelings was cheesy, but this is so cheesy that it's kind of cool. The caretaker of the graveyard comes to kick you out for making a ruckus. Then you start a second song and the keeper can't help but join in too. What's this? You can control minds just by singing? I must admit, that's quite impressive. To test your ability, Liam makes you sing many more songs. You suspect he has ulterior reasons, like maybe enjoying them? This realization gives you +2 fun and +1 charm.
Sure.
Oh, this is fun. We get an appearance from her. Avari, you've just sat down to eat with Liam and Damien. Well, to eat with Damien. Liam's just taking pictures with his food. When a leather jacket-clad figure drops from an air vent onto your table, it's the Slayer.
Prepare to die!
Lunchtime's over, dirtbags. Time to die! This always happens when we sit together. Your death-based rhetoric is offensive. Don't spoil my food pick. Oh, I'll spoil more than your food pick, Count Stankula. I'm about to spoil your face! Just his, though, right? Both your faces! Fuck! The Slayer is right between the three of you. You can't save Liam and Damien, but if you act fast, you might be able to save just one. Immobilize Damien with the Lord's Prayer while Liam escapes. You've been waiting for this moment your whole life. Flip the table for justice. Liam will get mad about the spilt food. this is the Liam option. You launch into a hearty rendition of Our Father. You've done this loads of times. It's not that the prayer has any kind of magical effect on Damien. He just can't resist criticizing it. Okay, first of all, he's not our father. I've got 2 dads, and neither of them is a holy asshole. Asshole in a stupid cloud palace. And thy kingdom come? What's that supposed to mean? Are we, like, praying for the end of the world now? Oh, sure. Beg him for your daily bread. What, are you in prison or something? Your omnipotent dad can't spring for better food than bread? What if you've got a gluten allergy? Do you still have to eat the daily bread? This is ridiculous. While Damien continues to rave, Liam snaps a few more pictures of his lunch and then carries it to another table. Are you done? Almost. I have a whole bit about the multiple papal revisions that's really fucking vicious. Close enough. Eat holy water. You can't eat a liquid. It's Damien has a hard time forming any more iconoclastic opinions with his flesh on fire. He flees to the cafeteria. He flees the cafeteria and you retreat to sit at Liam's table. Now that he's done taking pictures of his food, he even lets you have some. This has been a real bonding experience.
Sure.
What do I want my last stat boost? Let's pick fun. Oh, it's the same cat thing. Oh, your cat seems sad. He explains to you that he's worried other people are so used to calling him Long, the small, magical Latino cat, that now everyone defines him only by his size, magicality, ethnicity, and species. He's more than that. You correct him. You don't see him in such simplistic terms and convenient definitions. It's just that there are around 23 other different wands in the school, so adding all that to his name is quite necessary. You tell him you'll never forget about him and the crazy adventures you both lived together in Monster Prom's prequel, Monster Middle School. You have a great time remembering those crazy stories. You gain +2 fun. You finally find a quiet place to sit and read some of Liam's latest yaoi. He's really taken your suggestions to heart. Evaluating my most recent work, Sensei. Your dedication to instruction. It's quite humbling. Actually, that instruction is the very reason I am seeking you out today. I'm ready for my final lesson. As you suggested, I spent 1,000 hours on pecs, 1,000 hours on abs, and 1,000 hours on wings. My grades have suffered considerably, but the bodies of my boys are transcendent. My fame grows daily. And yet, I am unfulfilled. I do not lust for fame or riches. I lust only for creative fulfillment. Damn. You really thought he was gonna say you. Please, Sensei. I have been patient, but I think it's time. Teach me the secret technique that will elevate my yaoi above all others. Shit. You don't know any secret techniques. But you didn't make it this far by telling the truth. Quick, tell him something. You can only write truthfully about what you know. It's time for me to show you the secrets of yaoi, intimately. You must perform a ceremonial sacrifice to Ama and Shinu, the Japanese deities of yaoi. Sure, that. Okay, so this is boldness and this is charm. Oh fuck! I'm not charming enough. Is that supposed to be Veritas Hardwood? The sensual lich? His skull isn't nearly that square, or that cardboard. And Hardwan's dick can speak and do magic. You've simply hung a turkey's spine beneath your legs. If this is some sort of cosplay of my work, perhaps I am not destined to be a yaoist at all. Is that your final lesson? Have you been teaching me all this time only to reveal this cruel truth? That I have tried to make my readers so hard and come so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter? This is what you think of me, Sensei. Then worry not, I will never draw yaoi again. The world has lost a great artist, and it's all your fault. You lose -2 creativity and -1 charm. Damn, I really thought I had the charm to pull that off. 15? Well, let's see if I failed.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Sure.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. Prom? That's so quiche and cliche that it's actually hip. Yeah, let's go to prom together. What a retro thing to do, right? I can wear a tuxedo and all. It's gonna be wonderful, but in an ironic way. Prom night was beautiful. For once, Liam seemed relaxed without feeling the need to act cool. He put all his mysterious posing aside and told you a bit about the time he spent as a part of the coven, and about when he was in a K-pop band. You told him you admired that about him, how he has no issue trying new things, as wacky as they might sound. He smiled and told you that when you're immortal, you need to explore life to its fullest, and always be eager to discover new things you might like. Then he said, and you know what? Coming to prom with you has turned to be a new thing I seem to like very much. That's sweet. Tightest man bun. Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Liam kept doing art so hard that he eventually evaporated and became the concept of coolness itself. As he left the physical plane, the last thing Liam did was give everyone a condescending look. Calculester uploaded his mind into the net and finally became the internet. Now surfing the web is 200% nicer. Damien loved fire to the very end. Unfortunately, that wasn't a super legal affair, and he ended up in prison for arson. Fortunately, prison was flammable. For those 6 weeks, the monster prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for monster prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid. And we were ready to start. Alright. Well, thank you for coming. And I'm gonna call it a night. So, fare thee well.